Michael Bever is charged with 5 counts of murder for the crime that happened inside their home in 2015.
Can a child's dark impulses lead to unspeakable horrors? Discover the chilling stories of the youngest serial killers in the world. We delve into some of the most unsettling cases of young serial killers. From shocking crimes to the complex psychology behind them, these stories will leave you questioning the nature of evil. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an eye-opening video. Let's get started. As soon as TJ Lane walked into the courtroom, he executed his plan with chilling precision. Removing his button-down shirt, he revealed a white t-shirt with the word killer scrawled across it, a smug smile etched on his face. This act of defiance was a stark reminder of how youth, often associated with innocence, can sometimes hide a darkness that defies understanding. Today we explore the unsettling stories of some of history's youngest serial killers whose early lives were marred by acts of incomprehensible violence. Amarjit Sada. Amarjit Sada, often labeled as the world's youngest serial killer, is a rare and disturbing case. Born in the village of Musahar in Bihar, India, to impoverished parents, Amarjit's life took a sinister turn at a young age. By the time he was 8, he had allegedly taken 3 lives. Initially a solitary child who found comfort in climbing trees and exploring, Amarjit's behavior changed dramatically when his aunt left him in charge of her child and his younger sister. Amarjit, starting with minor violence, escalated to murder by strangling his infant cousin and burying her. His subsequent victim was his 8-month-old sister. In 2007, he murdered a 6-month-old girl, leading villagers to her burial site. Despite his confessions and diagnosed disorders, Indian law confined him to a children's home until 18. The Bever Brothers. In 2015, the Bever brothers Robert and Michael shocked Broken Arrow, Oklahoma with a brutal attack on their family. On July 22nd, they used knives and a hatchet to murder their parents, David and April Bever, and siblings Daniel and Victoria. Michael lured their sister into a room to distract her while Robert attacked, and then they turned on their parents. Daniel, trying to call 911, was deceived by Michael into opening the door, leading to further violence. The police, alerted by a distress call, intervened. Both brothers were charged as adults. Robert received life sentences in 2016, and Michael was convicted in 2018, also receiving life sentences. Michael Hernandez. Michael Hernandez, born in Miami, Florida in February 1988, was known for his intelligence and academic prowess. However, beneath this facade lay dark tendencies that culminated in a brutal crime in 2004. At just 14 years old, Hernandez lured his classmate Jamie Goff into a bathroom stall at Southwood Middle School, where he fatally attacked him with a knife. The shock of Hernandez's crime reverberated through the community. His fascination with serial killers, as evidenced by his research disturbing journal entries and a desire for notoriety, may have driven him to commit this heinous act. At his trial in 2008, evidence including surveillance footage and witness testimonies highlighted the premeditated nature of his crime. Despite his age, Hernandez was tried as an adult and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. His attempts to appeal were unsuccessful, and he passed away in 2021 at age 31 from cardiac complications related to obesity. Brenda Spencer. Brenda Spencer's name became synonymous with a tragic event that highlighted the complexities of mental health and firearm access. Born on April 3, 1962, in San Diego, California, Spencer's actions on January 29, 1979, were both shocking and devastating. At the age of 16, she opened fire from her home's window overlooking Grover Cleveland Elementary School, resulting in the deaths of Principal Burton Ragg and custodian Mike Sousa, and injuring 9 others. Spencer's chilling response to why she committed the crime, I don't like Mondays, deepened the mystery surrounding her motives. Her troubled upbringing, marked by violent tendencies and a fascination with firearms, played a significant role in her actions. Sentenced to 25 years to life in prison in 1980, her case remains a poignant reminder of the need for early mental health intervention and stricter gun control measures. Edmund Kemper. Edmund Kemper, known as the Co-Ed Killer, is one of the most notorious American serial killers. Born in 1948 in Burbank, California, Kemper exhibited disturbing behaviors from a young age, including violent fantasies and animal cruelty. His criminal activities began at 15 when he murdered his grandparents, actions driven by a desire for control over life and death. After being released from a mental institution, Kemper went on to commit a series of brutal murders in the early 1970s, primarily targeting young women. His crimes escalated to the murder of his mother and her friend, involving gruesome acts before surrendering to the police. Convicted of 8 counts of first-degree murder in 1973, Kemper was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. His case continues to fascinate researchers due to his high intelligence and articulate nature, despite his horrific actions. James Fairweather. James Fairweather, born in 1999, emerged as one of the youngest convicted serial criminals in the UK. At just 15 years old, Fairweather's brutal spree in Colchester, Essex, between March and June 2014 shocked the community. His first victim, James Atfield, a 33-year-old man with brain damage, was attacked with a knife over 100 times. The following month, Fairweather murdered Nahid Almania, a 31-year-old student, in a similar vicious manner. Apprehended in June 2014 due to his boastful threats, Fairweather confessed to the crimes and was sentenced to 27 years in 2015. His case underscores the need for vigilance and preventive measures in safeguarding communities. Elisa Bustamante. Elisa Bustamante, born in 1994 in Missouri, committed a heinous crime at just 15 years old. On October 21, 2009, she lured her 9-year-old neighbor, Elizabeth Olton, into the woods, where she strangled and assaulted her with a knife before burying her body. Bustamante's troubled background, including neglect and mental health issues, played a role in the crime. In 2012, she was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of conditional release in 2024. Her case highlights the critical need for early intervention and mental health support for troubled youth. Eric Smith. Born on January 22, 1980, Eric Smith gained notoriety for the 1993 murder of 4-year-old Derek Roby in Steuan County, New York. At just 13 years old, Smith lured Roby into a wooded area and subjected him to a vicious assault. Smith's trial, which considered whether he fully understood his actions, resulted in his conviction for second-degree murder. He was sentenced to 9 years to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 28 years. Smith's case sparks debate over the effectiveness of juvenile rehabilitation and appropriate sentencing for young offenders. T.J. Lane. Thomas Michael Lane III, born September 19, 1994, became infamous for the February 27, 2012 school shooting at Chardon High School in Ohio. At 17, Lane shot and killed 3 students and injured 3 others. His lack of remorse and disrespectful behavior during the trial, including wearing an obscene t-shirt, led to his conviction and life sentence without parole in March 2013. Lane's actions and trial ignited discussions on school safety, gun control, and mental health. Nathaniel Brazil. Nathaniel Brazil, born October 1986, was 13 years old when he brought a stolen gun to Lake Worth Middle School and fatally shot his teacher, Barry Gruneau, in 2000. Brazil's trial, held as an adult due to the severity of the crime, resulted in a 28-year prison sentence. His case continues to draw attention, with debates on gun control and the impact of media on youth behavior. Brazil is scheduled for release in 2028, having completed his GED and certification while in prison. Craig Price. Craig Price, born October 11, 1973, committed a series of brutal assaults in Warwick, Rhode Island in the late 1980s, starting at age 13. His first victim was Rebecca Spencer, followed by a family of 3. Initially convicted as a juvenile, Price's violent behavior continued in prison, leading to a reassessment of his case and a lengthy prison term. His ongoing violent behavior and lack of remorse highlight the complexities of juvenile crime and the criminal justice system. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more true crime stories and share your thoughts on these chilling young killers below.